I got some real supplies cached up ahead. This was just a snack on the way up.
And what else have you got cached away up there besides food?
Everything we need, from tents to fuel. Look, 18,000 feet. We'll stop and make our first camp and search at the foot of the ice fall. 20,000 feet, the same procedure. And again at 22,000 feet. And we've got oxygen if we have to go higher. We've got everything we need to get up above this creature. Search it out in its own ground and track it down. Now, how about some more of your contribution?
Oh, such as?
Expert advice. Let's know the nature of the enemy. What's it live on?
More smaller animals. Hares, mice, voles.
But we've seen none.
Oh, you don't see them, but he's right. They're there.
Carnivorous, huh?
No, needn't be. There are roots and plants under the snow, too. It's probably fairly adaptable, like man.
Man, what you're suggesting roughly is that this might be some kind of a missing link.
That's a bit too rough. Say parallel development, and I'm with you.
Parallel with mankind.
We're not very far north of India. Now, some millions of years ago, that was the breeding ground of huge ape-like animals, primitive anthropoids. Their fossil bones are dug up from time to time. Now, the latest evolutionary theory is that their descendants branched off in two directions. One to become the great apes, chimpanzees, orangutan, and so on, and the other, man.
Yeah. Darwin's theory all tidied up, so?
Well, suppose there were a third line of descent.
Anthropoid X is different from man as the apes are.
Probably.
Calls for some very fancy guesswork.
But what would have happened to them?
Gradual extinction through changing conditions, attacks of enemies.
Might include both apes and men.
Most likely did. Until only a remnant survived, adapting themselves to living where nothing else would, in these mountains. The highest in the world and above the snow line.
There's no proof of all this.
Well, not yet, but 100 years ago, there was no proof that primitive man had ever existed either.
Look, how do you see it? I mean, it walks on two legs.
There's no doubt about that. The tracks prove it. They show a foot 13 inches long and very wide indeed. The stride of a 6-foot man, yet its legs would be far more massive and very short in proportion to its height. Now, you see what that implies.
It's big.
Perhaps 7 or 8 feet high.
What do you think, Ed?
Well, can try.
Go on, drag it out. Good a time as any.
I'm not with you.
Well, we might as well let you in on our little secret, Doc. The fact of the matter is that Ed here is an expert trapper.
Yeah, everything from foxies to grizzlies. Now, this is a tungsten steel net. It's just a little sample.
You think it'll hold it?
Oh, if not, we have other things up there.
What things? More guns? So that's what this is. A hunting party.
Well, what did you expect us to do?